Enzo, is life a highway?
Sure.
And do you want to ride it all night long? Because I do too. And today, we are talking about one of the greatest Pixar movies ever made, Cars, starring Owen Wilson and some other guys. Sorry if I forgot all the names because it's been a while since I've seen Cars. And what were your thoughts once you first watched it? Because this came out 2004, right?
2006.
2006. And I was 7 at the time and knew nothing about Cars. But what were your initial thoughts first time watching it?
I really liked it. Like every other kid back then, I liked Disney and Pixar, so this was up my alley. As time went on, people were gaslighting me to not like it as much, and I fell for it. And then revisiting it, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. I don't see complaints.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, of course, there are some flaws here and there. Yeah, I don't know why. And every time I hear a complaint from people who are like, Cars isn't the best, or like, look, I was just joking about it being the best Pixar movie for sure. Toy Story or something, to somebody's taste, is the best Pixar movie. But Cars rekindled something within me and some of my friends who are car guys. And if you're a car guy, you love Cars as it is. And when you hear somebody complain, sorry to say, sometimes they're not car people. And that's okay. They can like whatever they like, they can hate whatever they hate. And for me, I enjoyed the shit out. Cinematography is great. It, like, doing the whole close-up to the wheel as the car's going through the track. Ford versus Ferrari borrowed a shit ton of that. And it was just a fun time. You get to play it on the PS2. There was this one PS2 game with cars in it, where you had to run away from that, like, bull tractor thing that had, like, the spinning blades. That shit was scary, but it was fun. But yeah, like, for me, as a kid, I loved Cars. And I found no fault in it.
Yeah.
Cars 2 was a little bit iffy, I will agree. Then Cars 3 was really good, in my opinion. Because Lewis Hamilton was in it.
I think you're being too nice to Cars 2. I thought that was total trash. I think Cars 2 is the first time Pixar was suddenly like, we have no ideas, we just want money.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Like, Cars 2 was a bit of a cash grab because they kind of knew the audience that worked for them. Where it was a spy movie, it was a bit odd with Michael Caine as the main spy guy and a bit of Nathan Fillion. We're not talking about Cars 2 though.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there. So I'm a stray away. Anyway, they put Monaco in there, and I'm like, that's fucking sick. But yeah, Cars 1, we started off with Lightning McQueen, this new and upcoming rookie, going into NASCAR. Say what you will about NASCAR. Yes, they ride around in circles. I know it's not F1. Shut up. We all respect each sport as it is. And we see this kid pretty much pulling a Max Verstappen. Yes, rookies do make their own calls at times. They don't listen to their race engineers when their wheels are about to blow up. But he does make it by a tongue length.
No, well, it's a tie between him, Danico, and the Michael Keaton car.
Yeah. What was his name again? All I remember is Kachiga.
Chick. His name's Chick.
Yeah, Chick, with his very off-brand Kachow.
Yeah.
Fucking catchphrase.
Do you like the cars flashing Lightning McQueen? You're like, oh, now I get it.
Oh wait, once, like, I didn't get it at first. Once they like do the pop-up headlight thing, I got it now, and I was like, if you're a car guy and you don't like pop-up headlights, there's something wrong with you. Pop-up headlights was the best time. Yes, if it did run over somebody, it will instantly kill them. But it's a look. it's a good look, and if that's what represents tits, fine.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
yes, Pixar getting away with adult humor again. That's fine.
yeah.
Uh,
I do like that the cars that they use though here for Chick, it's pretty much a Buick Grand National,
hmm.
which is odd. Like, do they really? I don't know a lot about NASCAR. If anybody in the comments does know about NASCAR, help me here because I know they just come in automatics.
Hmm.
I guess you could make a whole switch with a whole manual for racing. Well, all I know is that Grand Nationals, as sexy as these cars are, do come as an automatic. Nothing to bash on automatics. If you drive one, enjoy. And I think the King, which is the one for Dynaco, was a Plymouth
Hmm.
Firebird.
Yeah.
Or if I'm getting the names wrong, sorry. Not really in tune with American cars all that much. But yeah, these are really good cars, and some, well, two of them were pretty much driven by Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but yes.
Yeah, and you see how much of a arrogant upstart like Lee McQueen is. He doesn't want to hang out with his sponsors. He barely makes time for anyone or anything. He's in his own world. This is the usual like arrogant upstart, going to be humbled in a bit.
Yeah, like, yes, he is the rookie, the up and coming rookie. Man has agents and man has media everywhere, but he is a rookie.
Hmm.
And when you did see like him trying to, like with all the rusty cars who are his sponsors,
Yeah.
he had to like do a talk, and he was so out of it because it's not what he pictured.
Yeah.
It was a good like callback. Oh, not callback, like foreshadowing of like what he's gonna experience later on into the movie,
Yeah.
which I really like. By the way, so like once Lightning McQueen gets into his trailer, and he has a call. These are two different voice actors. I don't know who's the voice actor for the American version. Probably did a great job for his agent, but in the British version, it's Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear, and I was like, I did not know that, and I preferred that they just stuck to Jeremy Clarkson as his agent because that shit's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch Grand Tour, please do. It's an amazing show.
Yeah, it is. I do love the music that plays when they're doing cross country to California. Like that song's always stuck in my head.
Life is a Highway.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like that and the beginning song. When he's doing the first race, I'm like, these two songs are pretty sick, and again, they're pretty underrated. I do enjoy this movie. To be fair, it might seem that I am low on energy. That's just because I had a full day yesterday, reuniting with people.
Same here.
Yeah.
Came from a long trip, so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as they're on their way to LA, if I'm correct.
Yeah, California's in LA,
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, just make sure. On the way to LA, well, Mac,
Yeah.
the big truck, started falling asleep, and it didn't help that. Okay, say what you will. These guys were cool. They look rice now, but these were the coolest things to me as a child. When you see the tuner group,
Yeah.
and I know one of them's a Sylvia. That shit was so fucking sick. And that one car with the spoiler, that's pretty much just ladder. I was like, hey, it looks like a kid designed these cars, and it looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it in TikTok everywhere. But yeah, the tuner group was a fucking cool scene, and then they make Mac fall asleep, thus opening the trailer,
Yeah.
making Lightning McQueen scoot out of the road, scoot into the road, and pretty much leading to Route 66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when the police officer's chasing, he thinks he starts shooting. And I was like, as a kid, I was like, whoa, there's violence in this movie. And then you see the reality, you're like, oh no, he's just breaking down.
No, it's just backfire. It's not really breaking down.
Oh.
So if y'all don't know how that happens, a little extra gas goes through the car, and into the muffler. Muffler is very hot, thus igniting gas, thus making pop. Sometimes people do that on purpose for style and performance. It's called that I like. But yeah, he gets into what was it called again?
Route 66, right?
No, the town.
I guess Route 916. Oh, 196.
No. I remember the town had a name.
Uh,
Radiator Springs.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like Car Park Spring something. I was like Muffler Spring.
yeah.
But anyway. But yeah, as he goes through out of fear, destroys the road.
Yeah.
It wasn't great already, but he destroys the road. And right off the bat, you kind of saw that Radiator Springs is like an old tourist trap kind of town where
Yeah.
people will drive past it, look around, and then go along wherever they need to go. I love that feeling. I love that part of like the West, where they have this little town in the middle of nowhere, but it has a vibrant amount of character to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he destroys that. He destroys the road, and then gets caught.
Yeah.
And now the whole movie is just him relating to the townsfolk and fixing the road. And as a kid, I finally knew how they made roads.
Yeah.
Or repaired them. Well, they had this huge thing with asphalt in it. Well, pre-melted asphalt. And then they scoot around the road.
Yeah. He's sentenced to fix the road by Doc, who's voiced by Paul Newman from Road to Perdition, and then. But Doc didn't want him to stay, so he wanted to let him go. But Sally, who's voiced by Bonnie Hunt, convinces the town that they need Lightning McQueen to fix the road because it's their only. It helps tourists come when there are tourists.
Yeah, and we do get a scene with tourists coming in. They were just a couple being lost, and you can tell they're kind of rusty when it comes to the tourist game, and they just want to get to LA.
Yeah.
I will say, like, oh, they're assholes for not giving them the time of day to look around their town. No, I've been a tourist. That I have like, okay, bye. You know, you've had those moments, and it doesn't help that Lightning McQueen's like, they all held me prisoner. God help me. Well,
Yeah.
I do. You go on.
No, I disagree with missing tourist parts because I am an advocate for helping the tourism industry because I am a tourism student.
Yeah, no, but man, you haven't been to like another country when you're supposed to go somewhere, but you just pass this place that starts to pull you in and like, hey, look around this area, and you're just like, shit, I like,
yeah, you're just like, I got to go.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I just gotta go.
You're like, I don't want to look at the kitty candy. That is cool, but I have to go.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Flexing your time in Japan, huh?
Yes.
But yeah, we do get a colorful amount of characters here.
Yeah.
I love the surplus military one. The Volkswagen like van. That's pretty much a hippie.
Yeah. And then there's the
lowriders.
Yeah, the lowriders, and then there's the Italians.
I love that. But they're like Ferrari fanatics.
Yeah, and then there's Mater, voiced by Larry the Cable Guy, which I find funny when he's like unlocking Lightning's wheel thing, and Lightning just goes boom, and he's like, I should have
Hooked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I removed the boot, and then like the cops was like, you think?
Yeah.
Or was it Doc, if I remember?
Yeah, and then like after Lightning does a poor job of fixing the road the first time, Mater's like, hey, it's so shiny. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I do like it that we do get an odd bunch of characters, and like a Porsche 911 in a rundown town is an odd sight to see.
Yeah.
That's Sally. I love how they have a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Porsche made a 911 to celebrate Sally's character, like a whole 20 anniversary.
Yeah, with that tattoo, you're like, oh, there's now as an adult, you're like, I guess there's more enemies
Oh,
in the eye.
yeah. When tramp stamps were a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But I do like how Doc. You get the sense that Doc is more than what he says he is when he challenges Lightning to a race and he beats him by just sheer experience. Like, I know what I'm doing, kid. You're just too arrogant to
There's
hear.
a sheer experience. The man did nothing.
Yeah, he knows what to do and what not to do.
But here's the thing. Just imagine if this was not a Pixar movie and it is an old racer getting lost into a town where he meets a person like Doc, who was an old racer as well. I feel like this is a good plot if it was a live action movie with real people, and then them just trying to fix a car for him to drive in NASCAR.
Yeah, it's just the fact
It fits
that
very
it's
well.
animated that people are just like, eh.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't really care about cars. Now car culture's kind of blooming, and people are seeing that
Yeah.
this movie isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Second one, a bit bad, I will agree.
A bit, it's abysmal. I've seen it after this one, and I was like, good God.
It's Monaco, leave it alone.
That's nice. That's nice. It's still trash. It's shiny trash.
Well, we'll talk about it. Yeah. I mean, there was an F1.
Ah, it's just...
Hey.
Anyway, like, I like the main lesson of, like, once in a while in life, you can't keep going 100 miles per hour. You have to slow down. Otherwise,
You
you'll
gotta
lose
slow
it.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, that's what happened in the race, where Lightning McQueen was just going balls out, not knowing about braking
Yeah.
for some reason. How do you get to NASCAR without knowing how to brake? That's the part. That is my only gripe with this movie. Is like, he's a rookie who a coming up rookie. He has to know how to brake, and knows a corner is too sharp. You know, it's a kids' movie.
Yeah, but he enjoys the simple things in life, like scaring poor tractors out of their minds, or like having just a drive for the sake of a drive with Sally. And then she
Yeah,
teaches-
and like having a relationship with Mater where he finally finds a friend.
yeah. And Sally tells him the story of Radiator Springs, which was booming with tourism and like other customers, and like this is the thing with America is that the small towns get forgotten because of development of highways and other stuff.
I do love what she says where yes, it's a highway. It's an easier way. When people say, "Hey, why isn't this road just a straight line?" Like it gets me from point A to point B a little bit quicker. To other people, the journey there is the thing you're there for.
Yeah,
Where just curves and twists, there's bends, and it's a nice experience. These are things that some people don't understand. Where you're there for the drive, not the destination.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how us in the Philippines, how Baguio used to be, where you drive for like 8 hours, and in between those 8 hours, you'd be like, wow, I like the sights of this place. Because you'd be
Yeah,
going from province to province, you'd be like, this is pretty sick. I like the sights and sounds.
yeah, and there will be tourist traps. There will be a lion head. There would be like spots where you take photos of the view. It's kind of like that. Yes, now we have a road called NLEX going straight to Baguio.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same story
Yeah.
with cars. And yeah,
Which I do.
I do love. Yeah, I love it where he asks like, so like Sally fell in love with something a long time ago. That's why she stayed in.
And then he discovers that Doc used to be a racer himself, but he had to retire early because of crash, and that people found him irrelevant. He's just bitter.
I'm sorry, I forgot about this part. He's explaining to them, I gotta get to LA. Oh, NASCAR, the Piston Cup, and
He did what in your cup?
yeah, the only time I got that, I was like 13. I was like, wait a minute. How did that joke pass by my head when I was young?
I
But
did
yeah.
love that, like, after he fixes the road, he decides to support all of their businesses. From I don't know what he needs the military stuff for, but he supports the organic oil, uh, the lowriders body shop, the gas, the Italians wheels. Yeah, I don't
That was an
really.
odd thing. Like, what's the canon for?
Yeah.
Second Amendment. I guess I fucked up the word. I had to spell.
I love how every morning, like, hippie van would play Hendrix, and the military jeep would be like, "Shut that thing off! It's a disgrace." He's like, "But it's Hendrix, man."
It's a classics, man.
Yeah,
This movie has so much character. I don't know why people don't like it.
I don't
It's
know why too. I don't know why people say it's underwhelming. I thoroughly enjoy myself.
yeah, like yes, you would expect a NASCAR movie to be high octane, no pun intended, high octane, all races. When the entire movie is just slowed down, teaching a kid who only knows how to go fast to wait a minute, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't get it why people hate this movie.
But eventually, McQueen does get found because of Doc, and he has to go back to LA, and he doesn't want to leave. He's like, I found something I didn't know I want, which is peace and tranquility in this town. And this is something I needed, and I didn't realize what I needed until I found it.
Yeah. But of course, a race.
Yeah.
Man still had to do a race. It's his job.
Yeah.
And once he gets to LA, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't really have a pit crew.
Yeah.
Or I think the pit crew kind of bailed on him because he wasn't showing up for the practices.
Yeah. Oh. Like, you know how I know this movie's from 2006? Because they had the J limo or like that. Yeah, I remember that.
The Jay Leno cameo.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. 2006. That's a different time.
Yeah, well, Jay Leno, the god of car culture. This man has about like 100 cars, all worth $1 million each.
I forgot where I last saw him. I think it was on a Netflix show with Seinfeld, and he's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, if you watch his YouTube channel, he's still a funny guy.
Yeah,
Dude has a shit ton of cars. And it's a fun channel.
Yeah,
go check it out. But yeah, the race begins. But you see that chick has gotten all the sponsors, has the proper race team with his pit crew, and especially the two Miata girls who Flash, Lightning McQueen at the start, became chick fans.
Yeah.
Ever since he went missing. Oh, how relatable this is. People's like loyalty to a team just shifts if they don't like go on social media or are on the spotlight.
Yeah, like we see that today with the World Cup.
Yeah, World Cup or F1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the race is pretty intense, even especially since you see that chick is down to cheat, essentially. I don't know if bumping each other is legal in NASCAR. But
No, it's not.
it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, so this is a way for the
It's kind of like football with like faking like a fall. Like, oh, he hurt me. Deduct a point or get rid of this. Like, here, they kind of make it look like an accident.
Yeah. But I like the part when McQueen realizes that he's not alone, because he turns around and he sees Doc and the rest of the Radiator Springs crew, and he's like, Doc's like, I'm sorry, I had to be here because Mater didn't get to say goodbye, and Mater's like, bye. All right, I'm good.
yeah, they became the pit crew of his own, and I gotta say, the race is cool, but they don't really show how NASCAR race really is.
Yeah.
It's 100+ laps in a circle. It does get boring unless you're there. It is fun to watch. And that's what I've seen. That's what I've noticed, that if you watch it on TV, it's sometimes not that spectacular. But once you're there, you kind of get it.
Yeah. And then you see how good. What's the name of the pit crew? Not the Volkswagen, but like the guy who changes tires.
Guido.
Yeah. Like he's
Yeah,
super
pit
fast with it.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of the
Oh,
crew.
by the way, the people matched that scene with an F1 pit crew. They did the exact same time with the Mercedes pit crew.
Makes sense.
So Guido's that fast.
Yeah.
And by the way, these aren't like one lug wheels. These are like the 4 lug. So
Yeah.
he has to do it 4 times and re-put it 4 times.
Yeah.
Instead of like an F1 car where it's just one lug, pull out, pull in, put it back.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, Guido.
Yeah, I do dig Lightning's new look and his new, values, especially when the Dinoco guy crashes because of Chick, and he's like, he realizes like, the piston cup's just an empty cup, like Doc said. There are more things important, and then he helps Dinoco guy while Chick gets his victory but doesn't really win.
Before that, though, the lesson that Doc gave him, where it's like, turn left to turn right, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty much drifting.
Yeah.
I love that shit where he goes off the road, goes into the grass, and then corrects himself and back on. I don't know if that's possible, depending if it's on a corner, but if it was on a straight, Lightning McQueen would have lost lap time.
Yeah.
No, would have lost lap time. Like, Chicken the King would have been far ahead of him because he was trying to adjust within the... But I'm guessing he was on a corner. That's why he was able to recover so well.
Then again, we're talking about moving with cars and with mouths and eyes and...
But you gotta understand, this is what car guys think. Like, how the fuck did he do that? How does he recover within the... How does he save himself with time?
True.
And shit.
But
like,
also, this is the universe where cars eat.
Hey, they drink oil. It makes sense. But yeah, anyway, enough of the realistic statistics.
I love how when Chick's celebrating, they're like, "Here's your fucking piston cup."
Yeah, they just toss it at him, which I don't think is allowed.
No, but like for this movie, you're like, "Yeah, I'll allow it."
Yeah, but I do love Michael Keaton as the bad guy here. Like the Buick had a mustache and everything. I love the car. I really do like this car. Don't underestimate the car.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
And then Lightning gets offered the Dinoco sponsorship, and it's like, you know what? Thank you, but no thanks. I'd rather stick with this crew.
I feel like it was a wrong move, but okay.
Same. We're like, we could help Radiator Springs with that money, but sure.
Yeah. But all their wishes came true. We pretty much reached the end.
Yeah.
He didn't win. It's Creed.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The main character doesn't win, but learns a valuable lesson, thus giving the trophy to somebody else.
Yeah. We do get a cameo by Michael Schumacher in Radiator Springs. Like,
as the Ferrari, I was like, let's go, Shuby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They're like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, so, hey.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton isn't the only F1 driver in this movie. I think there was another F1 driver who was in Cars 2. I forgot who it was, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Fiat car got his wish. He met a real life Ferrari.
Yeah.
I wish it was an F1 car though, instead of the Ferrari Enzo that came in.
Yeah, I'll get what I can take though. Like, that's fine.
Okay. I don't know if it was an Enzo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody got their wish. Mater was on the helicopter. Radiator Springs is finally a tourist trap again, and Route 66 is an open road that everybody would like to drive around. And John Mayer is singing Route 66.
Yeah.
But yeah, we reached the end of the film, and what are your thoughts? What would you give it?
I'll give this a solid 8 out of 10. I did enjoy my time. I like the characters. I just think this franchise suffers the same thing Thor suffers from, which is the second one being abysmal. So maybe that's why they viewed this entire trilogy as a whole. Like, it's alright, but I really like the first one. The music's pretty good. The plot's very heartfelt, and the characters are. I really like the characters. So 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, as you usually say, I'm on the same boat. It's an 8 out of 10. It's not a perfect Disney movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a bad one. If you're a car guy, depending on what age you are, whether you recognize a JDM car or the old American classics, and if you're like 40 when you saw this, or you're 6, you'd have been like, I recognize that car. I recognize that car. I know what that car is. I used to have one of those. That's what car was. Like, everybody felt included. And it was an up and coming story of a rookie driver learning a lesson. And these are good, like, plot, like, these are good storytelling tools that this movie used. And but for some reason, people hate it, which I didn't get. But it's a good movie. It has a good lesson to be learned. The animation was great. Voice acting was great. The characters were great, and as you said, the music was great as well. So it's an 8 out of 10. But yeah, to all the viewers out there, did you like it? Did you not? Leave it down in the comments below. Let us know. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified of any future videos that are coming up. You can find us on Facebook, Discord, and on TikTok under the same names.
And Spotify.
And Spotify. If you're driving down the road and you want to listen to something besides funk music, if you know what it is, yeah, don't be ashamed of it. If you like it, you like it. But yeah, individually, you can find me at I was gonna say at Gandalfist.
And you can find me at Jom, GOM _
But yeah, individually, you can find me at JomGOM _ on Instagram. It is my art account. How about you, buddy?
You can find me at Gandalfist95 on IG and Twitter.
And to all you geeks and degenerates out there, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Ciao.